Hey, it's H here. Today we are taking a look at technical analysis for NEAR protocol with ticker NEAR. We'll go over some key levels of support and resistance and cover wave analysis with the Elliott Wave Theory. Let's get going. On the last time we covered this asset, we were around here. We were seeing loads of divergences, bearish divergences between these peaks, and a continuation bearish divergence as long as this high didn't overtake this high. So there was a continuation bearish divergence here, and we indeed got a 70% dump. Overall, we can see that volume did some kind of peak up here, giving us a possible bottom here, but we'll go into that in a bit with Elliott Wave Theory. Before that though, let's check out some levels of interest, not all at the same time, preferably. So again, these brown box areas are areas of support and resistance that we've visited before. On higher time frame, let's check this out. So we can see point of control all the way down here at $1 is so far away that I'm not going to be labeling anything there. We got a golden pocket right here at around $2 that I'm going to be labeling. We got a monthly established area of support and resistance here, and a weekly, of course, just below that. So definitely an area of interest here. 50% retracement with a daily and a support and resistance level around $3.28. The current one we have had, which we just tapped on the last downwards move, is a daily and a 38.2 retracement. A good volume note here as well. That gave us some confidence about that being some kind of possible bottom, or at least a support level for this case. On a smaller time frame, let's close the high time frame stuff here. We have some support levels as well. The 0.5 fib again giving us more confidence around this area. We did have the range value area low here as well, but that went a bit deeper here, almost 10% deeper, so it wasn't really valuable at this time. So what else do we have? Well, golden pocket, but not much volume, and don't see any other levels straight on it, so I'm not going to be playing that most likely. Not much on this one though. This point of control is in the middle of nowhere again. Not going to be playing that either, unless I see this VWAP coming down to it. Even lower time frame. Let's check out some resistances. Definitely golden pocket now that it has a monthly, a daily and a established support and resistance area, going to be a major level of resistance here around $13 or so. This point of control here again not really lining up with too much. We do have a order block right here, and using the body of it, so this is one day order block with that point of control and the 0.5 fib, so around $10.84. Definitely going to be some kind of area of interest where the price might find resistance. I think those are the levels that I'm mostly interested on, and I'm going to be setting alarms later on those. Let's close these for now and check out this channel still. Established from the highs of March 2021 to the highs of January 2022 and the lows of June 2021. We can see the middle line has been acting as a support and resistance many times, here, 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 and the last time here as first support and a resistance afterwards backtesting it. So I think that's all the levels I wanted to present. Let's get into Elliott Wave stuff. So we had a few different Elliott Wave counts presented on the earlier video, and now that I've taken a good look at this again, there has been some changes. Now we can still establish this as a 1-2 of primary, invalidation point here at $1.56, quite a ways down still. Wouldn't be expecting this at all at this time. We had presented this as well as a possibility, saying that this again is the wave 1, and instead of wave 2 being here, we have moved it down here. Let me remove that for now. Saying this is an ABC correction. Now at this point we would be more bearish, but the issue here is that the B wave comes all the way up to the 1.618 extension of the A wave, which is basically making it invalid. So I'm really not liking this case, but I'm just going to be still keeping it on the radar, but this is making it invalid for me. I found another somewhat okay looking structure here as a possible 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, a contracting diagonal into 1. Now the issue here, the only issue is here when we go out of logarithmic scale. As we are expecting some kind of diagonal here, on logarithmic scale we saw a contracting diagonal. Here it does not look like one. We can measure this first leg here and compare it for the third, and we see that third is actually larger than wave 1, meaning that this should be expanding diagonal. Now in expanding diagonals, wave 5 should be larger than wave 3, and indeed it is. Also in expanding diagonals, wave 4 should be larger than wave 2, which it is not, measured here, and which makes this really not an expanding diagonal. Also the structure, how it looks on arithmetic scale, makes this really bad looking structure. So yeah, there's issues with this one as well. Nia seems to be having loads of these issues with these counts, and unfortunately I'm not sure if I can find a proper good looking count. Now with this structure here, saying, I think I presented this as well on the last time, we had labeled this as 1 and looking for the wave 2 structure, and we're around here looking for the last set for the C wave of the Y wave. So was it like this or this? In any case, again, if we have wave 1 here and wave A here, the wave B should not go above the 1.618. So we have the same issue that we had on the larger scale, that this peak here is going above the 1.618, making this count invalid, at least for me. So how are we going to fix that? Well, the only solution I found is ignoring this wick. Now this wick is a really big wick, a pump and dump scheme, pump for 83% and dump for another 50% right after. I went to the 1 hour chart, I can even show you, and all this happened within an hour. We can see that the massive volume, this has been some kind of a weird event. I have no idea what happened there actually, and as it is upwards, I feel like it is some kind of pump and dump event, although not really suggesting those are real. Again, even in 15 minutes we can see this, just a straight upwards motion. I'm not sure what happened here. So would it be possible and just ignore it? I guess it could. Even in just line charts we can see this structure a bit better, but I really don't want to use the line chart as it is, not using the extremes that are most likely the good places to look for reversals and stuff. But at this case I would like to ignore this. If we can ignore this, then we can get a nice looking, oh well, nice-ish looking count. In that case, again, wave 1 here, 2, and instead of this being the wave 5 for the wave 1 of minor, we are saying this is the third, fourth and fifth. Now just by looking at divergences, we can see divergence between the third and fifth of minuet. That is expected here. Again, divergence between B wave of this fourth wave is pretty normal. We get that as well. And third wave and fifth wave, we do get a divergence there as well. And we do get a divergence between the minute third and fifth as well. So this would be looking so perfect, at least for the divergences, without this wick. So I'm thinking this is my main count, and I'm just going to be ignoring this wick here. Now again, there is issues, of course, as with everything with near. It is just the look of this count. We can see that it is definitely not looking too good as a structure. Now if it did something even like this, it would be even better, but we have to deal with what we can see. And that basically gives us the highs up here, the all-time high in with wave 1 of minor. At this case, we would be looking for wave 2 correction that we are currently in at the moment, and this would to me look like a three-way structure into A, three-way into B and C. This is actually a flat correction just because we did not get past the 1-to-1 extension here, or where the wave A started, so it is a flat and not an expanded flat, so we shouldn't be expecting too much lower of the current prices here. We can see the targets for this. We already went past the 1-to-1 extension and currently around the 1.236, which is basically a good area for the flat correction to go to. On arithmetic scale, of course, they're going to be a bit different. We came down to the around 1-to-1 extension of this move, of the A wave for the C wave as well, but there's room for downwards movement still. Invalidation point for this count, however, is all the way down here at $1.55 or 50 cents, somewhere around here, but there is again a lot of room to go there. Currently this is my main count, and therefore I'm analyzing this last leg with the glasses on of this being a 5-way structure. Could it be a 3-way structure as well? For sure it could. Let's jump into the analysis of this last wave here. So let's ignore this bit here. Let me actually just hide these for now and hide the volume as it is overlapping everything again. So I'll label this as 1, 2 here, another 1, 2 here, and then we have this massive wave 3 and a massive wave 4. Definitely not something that I like. We do get a divergence here between the third and fifth of this subminuet count. The wave 4 is just, again, as you expect, a massive dump here. Why is that happening? Well, we had this low here at around $7.36, and if we are going to get into, let's say, 15 minutes, we can see that this was basically a straight candle being here, and as the stop losses were here just below this line where we had the previous low, we can see that there's massive amounts of volume just coming down, and most likely the volume is showing it. Yep, we can see loads of most likely stop losses hitting, and then even those who weren't having the stop losses hit, some of them just sold just because of panic. at this case, I'm thinking this as it has to be a three-way structure for the fourth, meaning a zigzag. I'm not going to go into lower details or lower degree or lower time frame to see that though, as NIA has so many small wicks all around. It is impossible on this asset to get a really good looking count on really small time frame, unfortunately. Now it is still possible for this whole structure to be a wave 4 of this scale and the wave 5 of this subminuet to come as well, but I'm currently labeling this as wave 4 here. And in this case we would be looking the fourth of minuet count. To me this looks pretty good as an ABC. Let me show you these. So this gives us the first leg of this move here for the fourth, a W wave. A W wave because we did not get to the 89% retracement of this first move for the second move here, and this looks kind of finished to me, at least for now. Of course this could be going longer, saying this is ABC, ABC, and then we get closer to the 90% move of this leg. But that is again more speculation, just because we get that 9%, and these are all three-way moves. It is hard to say what is going to be playing out. The invalidation basically for this second structure here would be, oh sorry, the last leg here for the Y wave would be around $5.42. Just because this currently, again, if we are saying this is actually the A wave here, we can't get the B wave below here. That is again the 1.618, which is invalidating the ABC count for an expanded flat. But most likely that is not happening, and if it does, then we just need to move the X wave somewhere, or this WXY currently labeled would become just a regular expanding flat, which is more common. Time wise, again, this is all okay. This is time analysis for saying that we've ended a first leg here with a W and the second leg here with a X, and looking for the Y wave 1-to-1 extension right at midnight today. I'm not going to be playing that at all because I'm most likely asleep at that time. Of course this can extend further. We got loads of still space for this even to happen. Targets for the wave Y here is again around here, 1-to-1 extension at around $8.67. The minimum target I would be looking for is $7.51 if this is again the X wave here. On a larger scale, aka this minuet, the 38.2 retracement of the third wave is at around $8.38, which is the default target for wave 4s anyway. That is lining up pretty well with all the expected values for the Y wave, so that area is definitely something to look out for. But I think that's all I want to share on NIA protocol. Let me know if you have another count or you would like me to analyze another coin. Thanks for watching and see you on the next one. Bye bye.